you'll never be rich with Amazon FBA because you need to pay tax, you need to do X, you need to do Y, you need to do Z. And even if you are making 6 figures annually and you live in New York, you are going to be pretty broke, okay? And you are more than likely living in the States, where you are probably living in the United States, and it's a place where it actually requires a lot of money to live. It's super expensive, and so even if you make a decent amount of money with Amazon, you are actually going to be broke, okay? This is actually a dumb way to look at things, okay? This is why I'm actually making a video on this today, because there's one big misconception that a lot of people actually have about actually running a business, such as specifically such as Amazon. We are going to address all this today. If you do not know me, my name is Chris Mangunza. I release a new video about selling on Amazon daily. So if you want to learn how to actually build a successful Amazon business, and if you want to avoid making dumb decisions, such as the decisions that people are making right here on Amazon FBA, subscribe and like this video so you get recommended more video, okay? So you can do things a little bit smarter. So, as I was saying, one thing that a lot of people actually talk about is the fact that, gurus say that, they are making X, they have $1 million a sale a year. And, it's actually not a lot of money because at the end of the day, if you actually account for tax and all that stuff, you just make $100,000 in a year. In pure profit that goes into your pocket, and so it's not that much money, blah blah blah, because taxes and all that stuff, and it brings down your, because if I'm being honest, you can run an online arbitrage business at 20% margins at $100,000 a month, okay? At $100,000 actually, at $1 million a year, okay? And so I've seen countless Amazon, not the gurus, but the anti-guru, okay? Because they are guru in their own, okay? It's a specific category of guru that are saying this, okay? And they are specifically talking about tax. And I'm going to tell you something, okay? You are paying a lot of taxes, because not necessarily a lot of tax, okay? Compared to a lot of places in the world, you are actually paying a big chunk of tax, especially if you make a lot of money, if you are actually living in the US. And yes, of course, this is going to bring down the amount of money that you make. So with $1 million in sales in a year, you're probably going to make $100,000 in pure profit that is going to go to your pocket every single year, okay? Which is, it's a decent amount of money, but it's nowhere near the amount of money that you need to, live the Lamborghini lifestyle and all that stuff, You can have a nice house, a nice little house, a nice little car, pay, take care of your family, but it's pretty much it, okay? And one thing that you spend a ton of money on is going to be taxes, right? So, there's one thing that you need to understand, okay? If you want to run an Amazon FBA online arbitrage business, you do not have to live in the US, okay? Even if you are American, and I would actually recommend you to watch videos from a YouTube channel that is called Nomad Capitalist, okay? Which goes in depth about this, but you should really go where you are treated best, okay? And so, if you have no advantage, because if you are in the US, and if you are actually in the US, if you want to be physically present in the US to run your business, take advantage of it, okay? Do a ton of FBM. If you're actually living in the US, okay, let's say if you are actually living in New York, running your online arbitrage business with a prep center, and using VS to delegate a ton of shit to make sure that you do not have to actually do anything for your online arbitrage business. Why are you staying in New York? Why are you staying in California? Why are you staying in Florida? Why are you staying in Miami? If you do not actually take advantage of the fact that you are actually here, and if you are actually here, it's because you want to actually source, okay? Because either you have your own warehouse and all that stuff, so you can actually increase your profit margins. But if you are not doing any of this, just get out of this country. Go in a country where you are going to pay less tax. Okay? It doesn't make sense for you to actually stay here and pay taxes and not do anything and not take advantage of nothing, because why would you do this? Why are you so dumb? Like, just get away, get to another country where you pay zero, like, super low tax. It can go to no tax. Okay? In some places you can pay no taxes, but that's not the point, you know. And yes, of course, I understand that if you are American, you are going to need to pay tax on your income. Doesn't matter where you are, okay? But there's a thing that a lot of people are doing, is that they are giving up on their American citizenship, okay? And I'm not here to downplay, you know, what an American citizenship can do for you. But if there's one thing that I know for sure, okay, is that, you know, I may have the opportunity to actually get the American citizenship, in, you know, who knows, depending on how the whole situation is going, maybe in a couple of years, who knows. And if there's one thing that I'm sure of, is that I am, and you should never say never, but that I'm probably never going to take the American citizenship, because, you know, it does not make sense for me, you know, because if I want to actually live outside of the US, I will actually have to pay taxes in the US. And so what is the American citizenship going to do for me? Pretty much nothing. Okay, it's not like I come from a third world country. I come from Europe. I grew up in Europe, and I have a European citizenship. Okay, so you know, if this is the big thing, like, why are you? And you know what? I've seen, because ever since I got back to the US, I realized that, you know, if I'm not here to actually further the business, there's really no point in me being here. Okay, and so, like, if you do not want to actually put in a lot of work to have more leverage to actually grow your business by doing a lot of FBA, by potentially going into stores, picking up orders instead of placing orders to speed up your cash flow cycle. If you're not willing to do all that work, why are you staying in the US? Okay, just give up on your American citizenship and go to Panama. I don't know, and so you can avoid paying tax. You can pay lower tax, and maybe not pay no tax, but pay way lower taxes, instead of staying in the US. You know, so yeah, try to be smart about it. Why do you absolutely want to do things dumb ways like this? Okay, because if you want to keep complaining about the fact that, yeah, I need to pay taxes on my Amazon account, on my Amazon income, so I cannot buy a Lamborghini, so it's impossible. If you are making $1 million a year to actually drive a Lamborghini, to drive a Bentley, to do all this shit, it is actually feasible. Okay, you know, a Lamborghini, at the end of the day, you can buy a used Lamborghini and get it's not costing you that much money. Okay, at the end of the day, a Lamborghini Euros, as I said in the previous video, is like $3,000 a month. If you make, I don't know, $15,000 a month in profit, it's a really low part of your income. Yes, it would actually be dumb. Okay, it would actually be dumb to get a Lamborghini Euros at that amount of money, but you know, it's lifestyle that you can actually live. Okay, and if you are paying too much tax, just move. If you want a better lifestyle, just move. If you are not actually taking advantage of all the stuff that you can do to actually increase your profit margins and flip your money faster, because profit margins is not the end all be all, but it's also how fast you flip your inventory. If you are not actually actively working in ways to actually flip your inventory faster, just move. There's no reason for you to stay here. Okay, the US is not the greatest country in the world. Okay, it's the best place in the world if you want to do business, but that's it. Okay, there's a lot of places in the world that are way better than the US in a lot of points. Okay, the US is a great country if you actually want to make money, if you actually want to launch a business, if you want to do all this stuff. Except from that, if this is not your goal, if this is not your goal, and you know, if you were born in this country, you have, and I'm going to be honest, yes, you know, it's not like I talked shit about the US, but like, you actually have an advantage because you are born here, you have the choice to, you basically, it's way easier for you to actually do all the stuff that people like me, for example, had to do, because we had to jump through a lot of hoops to be able, and right now, you know, I'm good, you know, but I had to jump through a lot of hoops to be able to get to this position right there where I can actually be physically present in the country, like for however long I want, and actually run my business. Okay, I had to do a lot of shit. Okay, so if you are born here, you have an advantage. If you do not want to take advantage of it, then do not complain about the tax that you're paying, because you can just actually move out to another country, pay way lower tax to no tax, and as I said, have a better lifestyle as well, because you know, your money will go way further than it would right here in the US. So yeah, hopefully this video was helpful. If it was, leave a like, do all that YouTube stuff. I'll see you tomorrow.